So our last game was a rather disappointing defeat to the Clippers. First thing we needed to do was fill out the bench. To do this, I made 3 free agent signings of Alonzo Trier, Gerald Green, and Pau Gasol. Next, we also traded Michael Mulder for 2 second-round picks and sent Andrew Wiggins and Marquise Chris to the Bucks for Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton is our new number 2. Middleton is a great shooter, solid finisher, and playmaker, and on top of this, he's also one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. In the offense, I want to use him as a catch-and-shoot shooter, a secondary shot creator, and ball handler. Next is Alonzo Trier. As a backup point guard, I want to see him be a spark off the bench. He is a solid finisher and three-point shooter who will be seeing a lot of scoring opportunities in the secondary line. Next is the wing, Gerald Green. Green is still one of the best dunkers in the league. I always want to try and use him on lobs, fast breaks, and cutter plays. He is also a very solid catch-and-shoot player, which will help us space out the floor. The last and potentially best signing is the 40-year-old veteran Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol boasts having a B in almost every major stat for us. Despite his age, Gasol is also a solid dunker, has an above-average post game, and can shoot from any level on the floor. He also has a B in rebounding and defense, which pairs nice with his 7-foot frame. While he may only be on the team for a year, he is a very solid alternative while Wiseman is on the bench. So one thing I went through was went up and changed everyone's training. This is to give every player a more specialized focus on what they should be working on. For example, we don't want someone like Steph Curry to be focusing on his post hook. I'd rather him be honing on more point guard specific stats. For all-around players like James Wiseman, I may have to change up his training throughout the years. As an all-around center, I want him to develop like that, not just as a center as 2K calls it. One other change I made is under player mentorship. I want Curry mentoring Tier, Thompson on Oubre, if that's even possible, and Draymond Green entering James Wiseman. Essentially, I want the big 3 from the years ago to be mentoring those up and coming in our organization. So with the new guys on the team, I simmed up a few weeks ahead, and we are currently sitting at 11-4. 15 games into the year, and Middleton is currently averaging 18 points per game. Given that he is the second best player on the team and a borderline all-star, I do want to see him scoring a little more than that. But he is also averaging a 50-40-90, so his efficiency has been outstanding. To try and get him to score a little bit more, I went ahead and boosted his shooting tendencies a tiny bit. My goal is for him to be up to 20 points per game with the same shooting splits around the All-Star break. On the other hand, Steph Curry is averaging 29-7 while shooting a 50-40-90 and only 3 turnovers a game, putting up near MVP numbers. And I do think that he will keep this efficiency up through the year and continue to lead us, possibly into a top 4 seed. Alright, let's get into this game against Luka and the Mavericks. Into the game, and we get a nice post-up opportunity with James Wiseman. I do like to try and use him in the middle, as this offense that we have running actually allows for a lot of pin-down screens in the corners. Right here we get some Curry BS as he steps his way through 2 people, and then he comes back on offense and Green's a pull-up mid-range. Back at it on offense, and Curry decides just to do a simple crossover and crosses his way through the defense for the easy layup. And right here, Porzingis decides that despite a perfect contest from Wiseman, he's going to just decide to make the shot anyways. Back at it on offense, and we're going to get a middle screen with Draymond Green, and that's where you find Kelly Oubre in the corner for a perfect catch-and-shoot three-pointer. Draymond Green sets the down screen for Curry, and Curry puts up one of the more awkward layups than I've ever seen. Back at it on offense, and we're going to get a double screen where Wiseman's going to go in for the poster, but the young rookie is quickly denied by Porzingis. On the fast break, though, we are able to get the 360 alley-oop to Kelly Oubre Jr. Trier gets the on-ball steal, pump fakes once, takes it up court, and he's going to find Middleton in the corner, and Middleton is going to get his first points on the team. Middleton is going to get the wing pick and roam from Wiseman here, and he's going to take 2 steps, and that'll be 2 points for him. Back at it on offense, and Middleton's going to find his way to hit a contested jump shot three-pointer off the screen. Now off the fast break, Alonzo Trier is going to muscle his way for 2 points and the foul. So far, he's been playing his role with 4 points and 3 assists. One guy who hasn't been mentioned enough is Eric Paschal. Is right here, we're going to get an ISO on him, and he's going to drive right by and get the solid dunk over Porzingis. Back at it on defense, the old man Pau Gasol, he's going to get one of the best blocks of his career, sending that one into the second row. Luka drives through and does some Luka BS for 2 points there. Curry watches that, and he's going to come back on offense, and he's going to do his best attempt at recreating the kind of crap that Luka did. We're going to get Curry in an ISO on the top wing and decide of passing it out to Gasol. Curry's going to drive through, make a crossover, and step through the entire defense, somehow not getting fouled for the finish. Now we're going to get an Oubre and Green screen rolling here, and Green's actually going to do something impressive and finish around the rim. In the corner, we're going to find Curry, and he's going to green that for the three-pointer. One big aspect from here is being able to add Middleton into the offense. That means we're able to use Curry in a more off-ball role, which is where he is his most deadliest, as we're able to get him behind the double screen there. Back in the second half, now Oubre is going to end Jalen Brunson's poor career with that kind of dunk. Alonzo Trier, he's going to come back and try and match that same energy posed up by Oubre Jr. Remember last episode when I said that Wiseman was a solid blocker? Yeah, I may want to take that back after what Luka Doncic does to him here. Middleton is at least able to come back, and he is able to find Kent Bazemore in the corner for another perfect three-pointer. I actually allow Bazemore to touch the ball again, and he's able to get a nice pick and roll going with Middleton, and Middleton gets a solid finish over Luka in the center. Wiseman's just going to go and power through the entire defense and put up the 2 points there. Again, on offense, Middleton, he's going to decide not to cut, and once again, we're going to allow Curry to run behind the screen, and that's when he gets another three-pointer. Curry getting the down screen, and he finds Middleton in the corner. These two are really showing some chemistry early on. For most of the game, we've been leading, but the Mavs have just been holding on as tough as they can, and Curry is fighting to try and take this lead. He somehow gets the and one on offense off of a rebound. Wiseman is going to power through, get a crossover, and he gets a very impressive dunk animation there. And now they start pressing us with less than 2 minutes left, and Middleton is going to power his way through Luka for another 2 points. That gives us an 11-point lead with only a minute and a half left. And just to showboat on the Mavericks, we're going to do a quick lob to Kelly Oubre, and that leaves us with the final score of 74-61 here in Dallas. The entire game, the Mavericks were fighting back, but every time that they would get the lead close, we would just go on another quick run, and luckily we were able to get another one of those quick runs in the last 5 minutes of the game. Overall, I'm incredibly happy with how well the team played today. Curry played great in leading both in points and assists. Middleton did a great job leading the bench and becoming that secondary option when Curry wasn't able to get it done. Powell and Shearer played some valuable minutes off the bench and fulfilled their roles perfectly in the few minutes they played. Stay tuned for the next episode to see if we can keep this momentum going and through the All-Star break.